Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Never wanted the easy path.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
I wager that devil I meant to rescue somewhere near.
If you feel you are being watched, take comfort. That is only because you are. The colony knows we are here. Already I can hear the whispers. Ha! A sharper sense than that. That of painful experience. A colony is a sentience, comprised of the collective. For anything outside of that collective, assimilation or annihilation. If it tries to dominate me, turn me against you, well, I have seen you fight. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Well, then. Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
Of course Thorm would flee to such a repellent, unnatural place. Let us put an end to him and get out of here. Honestly, I never thought I'd make it that far. So, I'll remain with you. If you'll have me, that is. So do I. But one duty at a time.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Stench. Wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
Never think, always chop.
No will sparks behind his eyes. His mind has been hollowed out to better echo the commands of the collective. You could kill it, end its miserable life of enslavement. Surely that would be the humane thing to do. Or you could take advantage of its vulnerability and plunder what's left of its hollow mind for anything that could serve you.
Nursery. Here they become. Master. Down deep. 1 of 3. 1 of 3. Part of one mind. 4 little feet dancing to same song.
With a lurch, you realize he means the intellect devourers. Here, the brains are harvested, made part of the hive mind.
But there is one little kitty dances to another song. Same song as you. Locked up. Bad kitty. Thinks it is other. Chop, chop. Help them become.
Pliant as well-worn boots, his mind turns to his work. Chop, cut, sort, shiver of impact, crack of bone. He removes the brains, digs free the squirming tadpoles. The unworthy ones given over to the illithids to become.
Yes. Yes. Please.
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below.
You sought a fight, and now you have one.
Big meat. Not for long. Time for chop. Free at last. No more chop. Chop. Chop.
No holding back.
Ready. For the fallen.
should mind my step.
The moment comes. The absolute no.
This lake of blood again. It's even bigger up close. An offering from Moonrise Towers.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Mimia's true soul. Mimia's school teacher. Elder God, she spoke in my dreams. Altar, rooftop, my reward. I brought converts, young.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Oakfather preserve you.
A fine thing to travel in a small pack once more. No doubt Ketherick thinks he has escaped us.
Well met.
We are free! Thank you, friend. But perils remain, near and far. Better to stay together. You and us, we will remain with you. Call us, and we will be at your side.
Not design, but death. Baldur. Baldur's Gate will know my design. Our design.
Invoco ten.
We will take the city. Every soul made true.
Sharp as ever.
Down.
How high?
Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands.
going. These boots have seen
We
everything.
will take the city. Every soul made true.
Not pinned down just yet.
No holding back. Fleet of foot. I've found my mark. The blade will not bend. Today you fall.
Still alive. So that's progress. Time for some bloody work.
Of many hearts, one soul. Prepare the march. My chosen gather below. We will take the city. Every soul made true.
As the console bursts into life, a mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like. The console glows as you approach, the mind still desperately yet.
Welcome. Stop. Welcome.
The mind passively awaits your input.
Master, welcome. Welcome back, Master.
That should do it. Time to see what's back there.
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design. Order. Perfection. Unity. Every plane as one. Every being in their place.
That loss blooms into a sudden fury, burying claws in your mind.
Taken. Corrupted. Gone.
And just as suddenly, pain and memory are gone, leaving only stone once more. Your that look, and just as
The grand design. The restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
Oakfather preserve you.
Friend, we are here for you. We will not cause you any trouble, friend. We will project a different form that will cloak us from all but your closest acquaintances. You and your friends shall see us as we truly are. All others shall see a kitty, a small predator, indigenous to this world. They kitties can walk anywhere, and they are most cunning. What Absolute? The Absolute does not care about us. And we do not care about the Absolute. We are different. And we are saved. Friend!
Well then.
A fine thing to travel in a small pack.
These boots have seen everything.
Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are... Of many hearts, one.
Never a dull moment. If not over, then through. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. What path lies before me?
Descend! Evacuate!
Seems I can understand Illithid's script. Thank you, Tadpole.
Mind flayers and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
Though the pod is empty, traces of psychic energy still linger about it, and memories of its former inhabitants spill into your mind. You see the streets. The device releases a stream, the emblem of the flaming memories and emotions. Martial drills and remains of the pod inhabitant's former self. You feel the courage of a soldier who became a commander, curiosity, and the intelligence of a commander who became a duke. He believed the horrors of Moonrise to be a fleeting in this pod, not long ago. Waking. This pod pulsates with the angry memories of Ravengard's search officer, Manep Shurga. She laments her failure to locate him. Desperation, pain, terror. Cultists raided his village. He was the sole survivor. Your lungs burn with the dry heat of the fires raging about you. But the pain is not enough to diminish your swing. One goblin after another falls to your blade. A man's voice cries out through the thick smoke. Ravengard, you call, but the clang of swords and spell shouts of attacking drow are your only reply. The device does not react to your presence. Courage, conviction, defiance. Even as her organs began to dissolve, she believed she could resist. The device does not react to your presence. You remember the shattered windows of Alteral's High Cathedral, the burning black sky of Avernus beyond. Delirium, horror, the mania. Blood war unites you. Laughter. Tiefling, dwarf, and elf alike huddle behind the shields of your paladin order. And he was waiting for salvation uncontrollably as the skin when it falls from the returned city casts your people out. The devils who dragged them down to hell. In the end, it is not your paladin oath that is broken. It is your faith itself. Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Stay at my feet.
For the fallen. We do what we must.
Forever dauntless. Today you fall.
No choice but to keep going. Another day, another fight.
Battle favors the fearless. No time to waste.
Not but another harvest. For the fallen.
Enough! My mind is my own! Hells. I didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you.
Zevlor.
Watching gods. The Blade of Frontiers. Will, what happened?
I paid the price of angering the wrong devil.
And shouldered the cost to spare someone else a worse fate, I'd wager. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived. You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard... her. Their false god. whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. An ugly thought, with the echo of truth to it. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends. But I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketherick is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. They have you. Go, my friend. Please, let me do this much.
Time to press ahead.
Oh, stench. I'm beginning to think I should have stayed in that pod. In there it only smelled like me. Is there any news about Duke Ravengard? Did he get out alive? No. Tell by your expression. Gonna have to fall on my sword, aren't I?
I don't know how to thank you. I thought I was done for. This is a bleeding shit show. Half my squad's dead, the other half sporting tentacles. We came here to rescue Duke Ravengard. But we didn't stand a chance. Yeah. He was in one of the pods. The cultists took him away. He was still human, and still trying to put up a fight.
Oakfather preserve you.
Well met.
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
Of many hearts, one soul. Prepare the march. My chosen gather below.
Defender of the people.
Discern, faithful. We depart.
A lot on my mind. Well, in it.
A parasite.
A can be.
Take it. It might be useful.
It truly does ensnare all sorts under its foul banner.
No more tadpoles in here. Wonder what happened to them. Should mind my step.
This pod has a different air to its chitinous cavern. Dust and dirt are gathered on the inside. It's broken beyond repair, seemingly by a blunt impact, as if whoever was inside threw themselves against it in an effort to break out. Your brain hurls an image towards you, your own head, blood gushing down in front of your eyes. The blood inside has not started to rot. There is a fresh hint to it. Banging your fists on a chamber until half your fingers were broken. How long inside? Days? Months? Lifetimes? The parasite was inserted into your head and your body crammed into a pod long before you were moved to the Nautiloid. A laughing woman, taunting you. She betrayed you. Who was she?
Mazora, you're Zariel's asset.
My dumb little stinker. Took you long enough. Now, by Grazit's cock, get me out of this thing!
I'll do it, and you'll set me free. That was the deal.
Yeah. So, get to it already.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority. You know this symbol from the Mind Flayer ship. It means annihilate. You recognize the marking from the Nautiloid, an illithid symbol meaning unleash. You recognize the marking from the Nautiloid, an illithid symbol meaning unleash.
You did all right, Will. I'd give your belly a good rub, but never could stand the smell.
You're free, Mizora. I held up my end, now you hold up yours. Sever the pact.
Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soul-Bearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months? Gods damn you!
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you. Another one? Well, after jumping through all those hoops, a little treat wouldn't hurt. All that power. And to think you want to throw it away. Now, you've got business in the towers to take care of. Don't you fret. I'll find you soon enough. You're going to need me. Count on it. Oh, and go ahead. Tell your chums how we met. It's a real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
Freeing Mizora. I can only hope it is a kindness we do not come to regret.
I had no wish to lose Will, but my, it would have been nice to flush her into the colony's flesh pit.
Zariel's asset was none other than Mizora herself. Of course. Tricks on top of tricks on top of tricks. But I've only got 6 months before I'm made a free man. Thanks be to the Triad. No, scratch that. Thanks be to you. I can't imagine how. The pact binds her as tightly as it binds me. All I have to do is stay alive. That should be easy enough, with someone of your skill at my side.
Don't waste a step.
Lashes. Balthazar let one of his walking carcasses lapse from his control. Let's ferry them back. Wait! By the Bone Lord. It's you! I thought I'd never see you again. I wanted to keep you for myself, but they shipped you away.
Zariel's asset was none... But, no, scratch that. Thanks be to you. I can't... All I have to do is stay alive.
Can't slow down.
Embrace death. Become death.
wanted to keep you for myself. But they shipped you away.
Poor stupid thing. Why is it even here? I thought we sent its pod away, so it could be used elsewhere. Oh, adorable. I did miss it. Its simplicity, its fear, its thrashing its own head against its pod, cracking its skull again and again in a futile attempt to escape. Oh, it pains to hear you speak such words against one who adored tending to you so. You were my very first, after all. I learned everything about the parasites from you. I remember finding you close to death, beaten black and blue on the floor of this sanctum. It must have been a few hours after the tadpole was placed in your skull. How you got here was a total mystery. But I stitched you up just enough to keep you alive, then placed you within your crib. Why bother to tell you this, though? You surely can't understand. I think we have to put you down, though, dear one. Something must have gone wrong for you to have wandered all the way back here. Even if it is pleasant to be reunited, this won't hurt a bit. Though I don't suppose you can feel much now, anyway.
Another fight. Let's go.
Do you know, I think we have given offense.
No choice but to keep going.
Orders. Into position.
Where do I go from here? Battle favors the fearless. No time to waste.
Fiat Lux.
powerful favors the fearless.
War is an old woman's game.
Well, so much for peace.
Not even the worms will want your carcass once I'm done with you!
She is but the hack doctor who half-pieced you together after whatever caused your head to get in this mess. Someone else must have attacked you in the midst of whatever you were doing down here. This necromancer was a grunt in the scheme of the horrors enacted against you. That attacker is the source. You were no Merkel cultist, that much is sure. You sense in your soul you were something far greater.
if the gods are watching me.
Oakfather preserve you.
Well met.
A fine thing to travel in a small pack once more. No doubt Ketherick thinks he has escaped us.
Not design, but death. Baldur's Gate will know my design. Our design. We will take the city. Every soul made true. Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands. Of many hearts, one soul. Prepare the march. My chosen gather below. Discern, faithful. We depart. Descend. Prepare. Evacuate.
A whole fleet of Nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Descend, assemble. Liberate! Descend. Prepare. Obey.
I feel glorious. Ah, well, good feelings never last, I suppose.
Not design, but death.
Pardon? Wouldn't do to phlegm all over Lord Gortash during my first performance, would it? Acoustics are a little off in here. Which is... where, exactly? He heard me singing in Beggar's Rest. Said he needed someone to give voice to lost knowledge. A little over my head, being honest, but the Lord has gold. I trust he knows his business. Now, I'd best warm up. Oh, oddly sentimental. Or mayhaps you're just looking for an edge on the competition, eh? No fooling me. Patience. You'll hear it when Lord Gortash does. The owl bear bore Owlwill's icy ire. Fine bones, sharp jaw. Some variety of elf? Pretty enough for a flesh prison, if not the noble Githzerai features I was born with.
The monk-like Githzerai, sibling race to the warrior Githyanki. Their contempt for one another is eclipsed only by their shared hatred of the Illithids.
I'd guess you're no willing guest of the Gate either. Perhaps we might aid one another. Warriors of the mind. Oh, there's some physical prowess involved, but the battlefield on which we truly fight the Gate is their own. My order taught a psionic technique much feared by the Gate. They destroyed us for it, and kept me as a trophy. I never broke, but I've spent all these centuries awake, aware.
Lashers, wait! I wanted to keep you for myself. But they shipped you away. Oh, adorable. I did miss it. Its simplicity. Oh, I remember. How? So this will.
choice but to keep going.
War is an old woman's game. No rest, be you wicked or wise. I send you to Eldath's spirits.
Blood comes easy these days. Best be on my way.
Doctor who half pieced you together after whatever caused your head to get in this mess. Someone else must have attacked you in the midst of whatever you were doing down here. This necromancer was a grunt in the scheme of the horrors enacted against you. That attacker is the source. You were no Merkel cultist.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Best be on my way.
Baldur's Gate will know my design. Our design. Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands.
A whole fleet of nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Descend, assemble, prepare. Descend. Obey. Evacuate. Descend, assemble.
Guards have not forgotten you killing one of their own.
Need to find a way forward.
Not design. chosen are my heart. And you...
A whole fleet of nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place? I feel glorious. An eye patch. Wonder who it belongs to. Or belonged to. Ah, well. Good feeling never last, I suppose.
Discern, faithful. We depart.
Empty vessel, nothing more.
Not design, but death.
Acoustics are a little off in here. Which is where exactly? He heard me singing a little over my head, being honest, but the Lord has gold. I trust he knows his business. Now, I'd best warm up. I have just the thing prepared. Every day he comes. I want to tell, but I am confused. Which we are his pets. Lord Gortash. The first, yes. 5 days since he put that thing in my eye. He says I am the last. That the other subjects have all changed. Eye hurts. Head hurts. He's given me a place of honor. True soul. She whispers, praise the absolute. Separate cells. My head! I can feel them in my head! My head hurts. Can I go back to bed, Mummy? I live here. We saw a big spider. I'm just very sleepy, Mummy. I wish you'd stop waking me up so much. With big wiggly legs! Night, night, Mummy. Love you.
Baldur's Gate will know my desire.
Every day I want to tell, but the first he says I am the last. He's give true soul. She praise the absolute. We are his Lord Gortash. My head! I can feel them in my... My head, can I go back to bed, Mummy? I live here. We saw I'm just very sleep. With big wiggly legs! Night, night.
pulls out for salvation.
They won't be laughing much longer. Won't be this Cortesh fella's got an idea. Kind of a training camp. Won't be laughing. Oh, my darling Carolina, how I'd love to wine and dine ya, but you chose my foot, and when you two are wed, well, my heart. But my brother, he's a loser, and I take you, and if you choose another, what's more loving than?
This place, if we're going to escape, we have to be smart. Right. You get this place is alive. A big thinking thing. And it needs our flesh to grow. I've seen them put corpse, so we've got to trick it, see? Make it think we're part of it. That way. How did you get in here? Away, slave! They might have taken you.
We depart.
They're in my head. They're in my head! They're in yours too. It won't be long now until we're changed. Am I dead? I don't want to die, but I don't want to live. Not like this.
The moment. Salute me.
Fine, but pretty enough for a flesh prison.
The monk-like Githzer.
I'd guess you're no willing guest of the gate either. Perhaps warriors of the mind. My order taught a psionic tech I never broke, but use your tadpole.
You feel the oncoming void. Your patron bids you caution before agreeing to this pact. The monk isn't telling you everything.
All right. The gate did not find my monastery. I led them there. They promised me immortality, and they gave it. I have been their rotting trophy for centuries.
As her agitation swells, so does her latent psionic power. To your tadpole, that guilt and terror are almost fragrant. You realize the Illithids locked her away not as a trophy, but as a fine vintage.
Please, touch my mind and purge it. The moment you do, my knowledge will be yours. Thank you. Wait. No. No! Please! All right. They promised.
As her, you realize.
Please, touch my mind.
The awareness that floods you is nothing like the tadpole. It is tentative and tinged with the loneliness of eons. It fades beneath your touch, but you feel something left behind. A fragment.
It is only knowledge yet, without comprehension. But when you use it, you will see. And I see.
Well met.
A fine thing.
Oakfather preserve you.
Moving in.
Beastly lairs I've had to poke my nose into. An illicit colony is still by far the worst.
Maybe it's me, but you sound almost nostalgic.
longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews. Again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane!
The lash of Thor!
One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence, enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Who preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Where am I needed?
The work is never done. Shake off the dust.
Still breathing, despite everything.
A hero at heart.
This ought to be good. No one hides like a harper.
The pride of the gate. Two steps at a time.
Stop me yet. Don't waste a step.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Your place is to die so that I might finally live. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers, but for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. Would that even be possible?
Perhaps.
No. There is no repentance. No release. My debt can never be repaid. He is here. He is watching. He is listening. He is... You dare end one who belongs to me. I am the smile of the world-cleansed skull. I am the regrets of those who remain, and the restlessness of those who are gone. I am the haunt of mausoleums, the god of graves and age, of dust and dusk. I am Merkel, lord of bones, and you have slain my chosen. But it is no matter, for I am death, and I am not the end. I am the beginning.
The Triad help us.
Catherine, keep getting back up.
The blade will not bend.
despite everything. is in good hands.
War is an old woman's game.
Now you wear a face to match your soul, Oathbreaker.
Battle favors the fearless. Two steps at a time. Might will prevail. Survival is all that matters. Well, so much for peace.
Always the same old song. I may not have claws, but I may.
this is worth the cost.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
Now, we pick our way toward our fates, unleashed. You have my sword, my fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
The Chosen of Merkel is dead. Permanently this time.
Ketheric's Netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
Very well.
Come. There is much to discuss. But we need not do it in this rotting place.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable. I believe you fought and defeated an avatar of Merkel, the god of necromancy. A remarkable feat. Ketheric was Merkel's chosen. I know Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. He is a worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are chosen of the dead three. Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together, and with those stones, and that crown, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. Perhaps not a cure, but you found the source of your infection and the reason for its abnormality. The crown atop the Elder Brain. Its markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened. Hope is a luxury for those who have a choice. This is the battle of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the Chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
We should not linger here. The cult's army is on the march.
It's like your mind wants
Is
you dead.
Ketheric truly
How did you
slain?
survive it? Faniel. I had to look after him. Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
We must talk about...
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke, and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I had Mizura at my side, and the archdevil Zariel guided our hands that day. I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. You were right, of course. The new eye is a sending stone, courtesy of Mazura. She uses it to track my location and call from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mazura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did. I understand.
I had to look after him. Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
We must talk of the horrors you saw below.
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him. No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish, I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does. I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side. And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready. I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner.
These boots have seen everything.
Aelin! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing. Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? We look forward to it.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Just tell me what you need.
Lady Light away.
Moonrise has been cleansed. Baldur's Gate is next.
There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been. Who? Oh, right. Well, forget about that, McGungus. We have more important things to worry about. Like Wulbrin. Oh, forget about that. Wulbrin and the Iron Hand gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have room powder, they have motive. We have to stop them. I'll not deny he wounded me. I cared for Wulbrin. Care for him, really. But he's... well, he's acting like a true idiot. It isn't the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. But I won't let him hurt anyone. Or himself. With the sword of justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
Feel that calm. The stone's free at last.
It's almost a shame to leave this place. I owe you an apology. Barkus and I are another matter. I'm dealing with you right now. I saw you as a means to escape, nothing more. But when the sky lit up, when I followed it here, I knew you were behind it. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light. Gracious as well as impressive. A fine combination. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city. And you can be part of it.
You see a column of fire that dominates the sky in a blazing inferno. Nothing more.
The plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, Baldur's Gate is sick. Once the pinnacle of greatness, it's eating itself alive to save itself from starving. Find me in the city. And once you see what it's become, you'll know that
They have rune powder, they have motive. We have to stop them. I'll not It isn't the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last, because they're a gaggle of vindictive crybabies. That is to say, they gabbed about their plans like geese, and I overheard them. Like a very devious goose. With the sword of justice to saving the city. Curse this heart of mine.
I owe you an apology. Barcus, I apologize for not seeing your true worth. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city. And you can be part of it.
You see a column of fire that dominates the sky in a blazing inferno. Nothing more.
The plan is what its problem is. Find me.
You need to eat.
Need to find a way forward.
Yes. Thanks for watching. Lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
You're one of us. No fist left behind.
I'm glad that's done. When Duke Elton, you saved Thaniel. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant. Gruff and intimidating. But he had the courage of 10 men. And I don't know if this Duke Ravengard is the same. I hope you can save him. For the good of Baldur's Gate. When this land fell to the curse, I should have... It's only fair I stay here and wait for him to awaken. I don't think there will. The truth is, the shadow fell. Broke something inside me. Something no healer can fix. I don't know how long I have, but because of you, Thaniel is safe. Because of you, I could help him as he helped me. So, thank you, my friend. And know that I have no regrets. It's like your mind wants you dead.
How'd you survive it?
Thaniel. I had to look after him. Without
We
him,
should not linger here. The cult's army.
Thy hunger denied. Soluna's faithful yet shines. The balance shifts. Thou hast seen with thine own eyes and felt in thine urges. The dead three unite. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, O tempted one? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services. Nothing thou dost not already know. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished, as one, and as three. The Alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder. Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
I will never tire of sitting on dead men's thrones. Indeed. And now we know that he was not acting alone. During my time in the cult, I came to know one of his co-conspirators all too well. Baal's bloodletter. Orin. To think, I thought her to be speaking for the Absolute. I worshipped that woman. If the gods stand in our way, we will tear them down. Nothing will deny me my vengeance on Orin. She is the Iblis who indoctrinated me with the Absolute's lies. She is fierce, vicious, and cruel. In those respects, we are alike. But she is dangerously unpredictable. If there is a way to turn this design towards slaughter, rather than control, she will take it. She is the one who brought me to Moonrise, and into the presence of her so-called god. The Absolute. Now I know that those memories are lies. There was no god. Orin held me down in a cocoon of flesh, while a mind flayer forced a parasite into my brain. And she laughed at my fear. I will find her. I will murder her. And I will smile. Let them think that. There is a short path from savior to ruler. A short and bloody path. I know it well, and we will walk it together. But Baldur's Gate is a mere bauble. We have the chance to seize something much greater. Surely you see it. In killing Ketheric, we fractured the cult's leadership. When we break the other Chosen and claim their Netherstones, we can take control. I would have thought this entire conspiracy of gods and monsters to be impossible if I had not seen it for myself. We may fail, but we must try. The power of the enslaved Elder Brain could reshape the world. We could reshape the world. Nothing worthwhile ever came without loss. But together we have the strength to decide who loses. And to make sure it is not us. You are not stupid. When we reach Baldur's Gate and face the other Chosen, you will see that my way is the right one. The Elder Brain is the only thing that has ever managed to change my mind. You're welcome to try. We are bound, then, to travel together, even if we do not yet agree on our ultimate purpose. There is yet one thing about you that troubles me, though. Something I need you to explain. Why come to Moonrise, where the cult's power is strongest? Why not walk away? True. But do not lose yourself to despair and fatalism. They tried to make victims of us. But we can take this opportunity to become gods. Now, I am ready to leave this damned place whenever you give the word. The city awaits.
I would not linger in this land over long. But, whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Long, dark below, but light above. Light at last.
Have lasted long.
Back in last light, I was racking my brains. How the hells do we get past the curse? And then, a blinding light cuts through the darkness like a blade through butter. All thanks to you, I hear. Didn't think we'd make it without the old Hell Rider to lead us. But you did a damn fine job. I would. He didn't have any fight left in him.
The briefest hesitation as Ceres wars with old loyalties and wins.
I looked up to him. We all did. But he let us down when we needed him most. There are less mouths to feed, but we still need supplies for the road. We'll scavenge what we can. Hopefully, we'll see you again in the city.
Why, yes. Once Alfira is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal. So? It's just Moll's eye patch. She's lost loads of them. That doesn't mean anything. Did you want something, or are you just here to stir? Exactly. And we'll definitely feel her wrath if she thinks we ever doubted her. Just focus on packing. Don't think about Moll. I'm gonna get everyone to bolt.
Stupid eye patch means nothing. All is right. She promised.
You're here. Good. That's good. Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maul is still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me. Oh! Oh, I have an idea! Why don't we play together? Yes! I've missed this. If you can't keep up, don't take it to heart.
Heading out.
The work is never done. Moving.
Where am I needed?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Sharp as ever. Keeping pace.
Thousand days of darkness on the Iron Hands for dragging him into
Such
this.
authority. I go where I'm told.
What to do? How much farther can I go?
I know it.
Maybe we can pawn off some of the stuff we find. Use the
This ought to be good.
Is that blood? No, never mind. These boots have seen everything.
Where am I needed?
I've got a long road
The
ahead.
absence has delayed my plans, but only that. Nothing changes.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. Whatever you might do to one cannot be worse than what the Chosen will unleash on all. And you are the one who could prevent it. You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her Harper's too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will fight. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Whoever or whatever is causing that light is on our side. I have no doubt.
The light means that Ketheric will be gone soon, right? It is. I can tell by your face.
You saw Gortash, didn't you?
What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How? You saw Gortash, did the tadpole, the absolute.